that. That feels pretty good. All right, let's go try Brisbane, and let's see what we think. Let's run some comparison, some compare and contrast here. Now, of course, what are the big differences here? You're more detectable, but your radar has longer range. So I'm a 9.8 surface detection on a 12-kilometer radar. The big difference is the radar only lasts about half as long. So I'm going to have a harder time using it. Brisbane's, whereas Minotaur's radar, in my opinion, is really good for aggressively murdering and hunting destroyers. Zingo, thank you for the resub. The Brisbane's radar feels more defensive. This, to me, feels like a cruiser that you want to set up, you want to capture an area, you want to set one of these ships up near a cap, and like a Minotaur, like a Stalingrad, like a Petro, you're going to use your 12-kilometer radar to area control a capture zone. And your torpedoes. So when people start pushing into you, you've got gobloads of torpedoes, right? So that's how the ship feels when I look at it on paper. Let's go try it and find out if that's true or not. I know, a 7. What is up, my friend? How you doing? How you doing? What are we doing on time? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Big M. Oh, did we get shout-outs for Zath and Reed and everybody earlier? Man, I'm failing at my job. 7. Exclamation mark drink in chat. We'll fill you in on what's in the glass. All right, 3 destroyers. Udaloy, Benson, Kidd. They have 2 radar. Baltimore, Des Moines. My detection in their radar range is about the same, so that's not really going to be probably a major problem. No. There we go. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so you have the single fire torps. Same good torp angles you get off Minotaur. I like that. We're in arms race on northern waters. Okay. Well, this will be curious to see. I'm going to move up and back up the Uland for a bit. And I'm betting if I angle for this island, I can be a massive jerk to anybody who tries to pick up that health buff. Let's go see. And then I also missed... There we go. Shout out for Rita. A lot of good boat streamers in the chat tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you throw follows to everybody. Rita, Zath is here. 7 just popped in. Sohn was here earlier, I think. Wasn't he? Yep, there he is. I haven't seen Happy yet, but that's okay. No worries. Now, the Ulan cannot smoke for me. In fact, that's something I don't have anybody smoking for me. I definitely took advantage of that Sherman last game, and that worked out really well. Now, do I have the British acceleration on this ship? I should. Let's find out. I'm going to sit right here. What's up, Eagle? Yes. Okay, Brisbane does have the British acceleration, which is nice. Okay, I'm really not excited to see the Vermont on this flank. Like, really not excited. However, the Udaloy gives me something to shoot at. Do I dare risk getting shot by the Vermont? I really want him to discharge his guns, and then I'll open fire. Let's find out. Yep, he shot at the Uland. Perfect. Okay, shells are slow. Or either that or Udaloy is just fast. Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, Uland getting his face melted off. What's my gun range? Okay. Okay, Vermont can't spot me anymore. Our Kid 8 torpedoes. Des Moines, Kremlin, and Vermont on this flank versus me and a Napoli and an Ulan. This is a losing flank, ladies and gentlemen. We are outnumbered and grossly outgunned. We're going somewhere else. Bye. They can have this flank. I don't want it. Tell you what I will do, though. Have some metal fishes. So, Tenor, double click. I'd do it right now for you, but I would get spotted, and I don't want to get spotted. Okay, here. Double click is salvo fire. Ripple fire is hold down the button. But if I double click, it's salvo fire. I'm getting non-pins on a Vermont. That feels terrible. I think I'm going to miss all those torpedoes, which feels kind of bad. And it looks like my Ulan is going to get his face melted off because he sucks. Yep, he's dead. That feels good. Yep, all the torpedoes missed. I has a Sag. All right, Marseille's going to pick up this buff. Probably nothing we can do about it here. What's he going to do after that is the question. Yeah, they have 4 buffs and we have 1. They have a 2-ship lead. So this is the joy. This is the joy of arms race, ladies and gentlemen. The game is already over, but we have to play it all the way out. But when they have a 3 buff and a 2-ship lead in less than 5 minutes, this is over. Now, I could try some shenanigans with this Marseille and my torpedoes. Louisiana looks like he's going to have a better shot than I am. There he goes. He just took his shot. Not shabby. Marseille is trying to back up around the corner. I need to be on the other flank, it would seem. What's my overall impression of the new U.S. hybrid battleship carrier line? I mean, it's a thing. Well, we caught up on ships somehow. We're still way down on buffs, which feels awful. I need to get out here and I need to get behind this island and use some cover to pepper these guys with shells. Their Des Moines and Kremlin are very, very out of position. The struggle is, I think I am gonna finally catch the Vermont with one of these. The struggle is that if I cannot sit out here and go broadside of these guys. Yeah, he's gonna take 1. Well, feels good. But I gotta get behind cover before I can make this work. The Vermont is probably my best ship to farm with my guns. Let's get behind this island and see what I can do. He's turning back to this side, so I ought to be able to have fun with him. Load the HE, you dummy. There we go, right there. That's the spot. Back off just a hair more. There we go, right there, right there. That's the spot. A little too far. Okay, he's out. Now let's work on the Marseille, who is reversing out of my range. All right, remember how I said this game was over? Apparently I'm a liar, which I'm glad about, but still surprised. Ah, we got a fire on the Marseille. That feels good. Which he put out immediately. Let's grab this maneuverability buff and then pick up the key area because they are nowhere near it. Now they're going to kill this Brandenburg. He's dead. Our Bismarck on that flank has apparently done some work. He's at least got a little bit of cover. You guys can't run forever. You know that, right? If you keep running forever, you just lose the game on points. I've never seen a team come back from 2 ships and 3 buffs down. I'm genuinely shocked that it can even occur. I'm going to vomit some torps out in this general direction just because I feel like it, not because I expect anything to happen. Right now, I'm spotting for everybody. Once we cap, I'll probably back off and try to go play the southwest corner of the map to keep this Des Moines and Kremlin from wrapping us as best I can. I do like the 13.5 kilometer torps. That is kind of sexy. Lots and lots of good things can happen with torpedoes of that range. For example, check out the Baltimore, who, if he doesn't have his Hydra up, is about to find himself suffering for his sins. He's going to steer right into one. Boop. Feels good, ladies and gentlemen. Marseille almost took one, managed to get out of it. Need to finish capping. All right, there we go. We capped. Feels good. Marseille is going to go out. Well, we have a 400-point lead, and they can't get into the mid, so I guess this is a good thing. We've pushed them all the way to the 2-3 line, so... I mean, I don't think so, Teabag. I mean, we were behind. At the same time, I've ordinarily... And I've said this before. One of the reasons I don't like arms race is because of how one-sided it is once one side starts to get a big lead. And this, you know, the opposing team here had a pretty notable lead, and somehow they managed to cough it up, and I'm not sure how. I mean, we're going to win in 6 seconds, so imagine that. There's a win. I'm a little shocked. So let's see. The radar was basically no impact that game. Things I liked, the torpedo range. The torpedo range is a huge asset of this ship. I think you end up building this ship the same way you build a Japanese cruiser. You build for at least torpedo reload. And I think even the 1-point torpedo speed skill is worthwhile. Whether or not you put the torpedo speeds mod into slot 3 or not is up to you, but I think it's a valid choice if you go that route. Bismarck carrying in a tier 10 game. Check it out. I mean, fair enough, Lobo. Fair enough. Doggo, who are you, buddy? I got to go back and look now. Hang on. Thanks, Eagle. Have a good one.